The U.S. Coast Guard has suspended its search for a missing swimmer in the waters off of Newport.
That's right. 12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto has been alongside the first responders all day at the base camp and is looking into the history of the area. Sheena?
Today we watched as several different agencies were out on the water. We also saw helicopters in the air, but now we know that this search has now turned into a rescue mission, a recovery mission, that is. 20-year-old Dexter Gutierrez Matias of East Providence has been identified as the missing swimmer in Newport. Coast Guard officials say he went missing here around 6 o'clock Sunday night, swimming, and at one point never came up. The Coast Guard suspended their search around noon Monday.
We've covered over 122 nautical miles of search area with 22 separate searches between all of those Coast Guard assets.
Both neighbors and officials say these waters can be dangerous. This is not the first tragedy we've seen here. In 2020, a 25-year-old man died after DEM officials say he and others were jumping off rocks at this same area known as 12 o'clock high on the north end of Brenton Point. And this is 12 News footage from 2011. 23-year-old Nick Napolitano was pulled into the water after saving a friend. He died. His family created a foundation in his honor. On its website, his family says they worked hard to get signage up in the area, warning people of the dangers, stating that some were finally installed in 2014. The Rhode Island DEM confirms there are several signs here stating that jumping or diving off the rocks is not allowed. And again, this is now officially a recovery mission. The victim's body has not been found yet. DEM is the leading agency on this, and we're told they are in contact with the missing man's family. Reporting live in Newport tonight, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.
We've learned the name of the East Providence man who went missing while swimming off of Newport. I'm Kayla Fish.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. The Coast Guard says it has suspended its search for 20-year-old Dexter Gutierrez Matias, though the DEM says they, along with local teams, are still looking along the shore.
12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto has been alongside the first responders all day at the base camp, and she tells us how the search progressed today. Sheena?
The focus of the area here is right off of Ocean Drive in Newport. It's called 12 o'clock high. The missing 20-year-old Dexter Gutierrez Matias went missing while swimming here around 6 o'clock Sunday night. A Coast Guard helicopter flies over Newport waters Monday morning at dawn. A look at the multi-agency search for a 20-year-old man who went missing Sunday night around 6. Authorities say he was swimming here in the north end of Brenton Point. Suddenly, the group he was with could no longer see him, sparking a major rescue mission, eventually transitioning into a recovery mission. The Coast Guard suspended their search around noon Monday.
We were searching all night. Through the night, Coast Guard was out there searching. We've covered over 122 nautical miles of search area with 22 separate searches between all of those Coast Guard assets.
The Newport Fire Department's boats and environmental police stayed on the lookout for a few more hours. Chief Warrant Officer Ryan O'Hare with the Coast Guard says the initial conditions on Sunday night were a challenge for rescue crews.
Weather is a huge factor in all this. It definitely makes the search area tougher for us out there with the fog and the sea state. The sea states were anywhere from 7 to 8 foot seas out there, so that definitely makes it difficult for us to search out there.
Officials say this area is known for people going on the rocks and swimming, and while the exact circumstances of this case are unclear, Coast Guard officials share this message.
Make that proper decision, look at the weather before you go out, before you go swimming. Don't go out alone, and if you can, wear a life jacket while you're out there.
The Rhode Island DEM also notes there are several signs in the area that say jumping and diving off the rocks is not allowed. The DEM is the main agency investigating this. We're told officers are still keeping an eye out for the victim, but they will be doing that from the shore tonight. Reporting in Newport, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.